Whatever you're going through, wherever you're at, whatever trials and tribulations and awesomeness is happening to you is the result of what you're lined up with right now, what's preparing you for what you're heading for and where you've gotten yourself to through the decisions and vibrations that you've made and lined up with. And I know that's an unpopular opinion. And yes, it's just my opinion. Of course, you can disagree. And in fact, if you disagree, I'd love to hear why. Tell me, let's have a civil discussion about it. But my thought about it is that we're vibrational beings, that every cell, every little particle of our cells, our mitochondria, all are sentient beings that are essentially vibrational in nature at their fundamental core. And so the totality of that vibration, that totality of that alignment is what creates the reality that we know, that we live and breathe, that we as we perceive it. And of course our perceptive gear, our software and our hardware, so to speak, has a lot to do, a lot of influence on how we perceive that reality. So no two ones of us have exactly the same set of software and hardware, and yet there are a lot of similarities enough where we come to common understandings, common agreements about our working truths, don't we? Anyway, what's not commonly agreed upon is the working truth that we are creating this reality with our thoughts, with our vibrations, with our feelings. Really, let me use that word instead, because I think vibrations freaks a lot of people out. They think it's like fruity or hippy dippy or something less than real. But I'm talking, I'm a musician, so to me, sound, sight, color, everything that we perceive is just vibration, and then the hardware and software processing that we do and have makes that into sounds and colors and hard objects and soft objects and all the things that we perceive as our reality. Nonetheless, at their fundamental level, they're just vibrating strings or particles. So the way they vibrate, how harmoniously they vibrate, has everything to do with how happy the being that they're comprising is at every level. I think of it as a fractal kind of thing where as small as you want to go and as big as you want to go, there's a similar working truth going on, which is that the feeling that something has affects the direction that it spins, the totality of how it vibrates. That doesn't seem like it's making much sense. When I say it out loud, I know what I mean, but I understand if you're having a hard time understanding me. So let me try again. I think when we feel bad and we focus on feeling bad, we focus on the things that lead us to feeling bad, we are creating more of that, and we start to feel worse. The things around us feel worse. And I'm not saying that you should never feel bad or that it's wrong of you to feel bad. I'm just saying that it's also not wrong to feel good. And in fact, I think when you set feeling good as a priority, which I do lately more and more, so if I catch myself feeling bad, focusing on a negative thought or a topic that makes me feel bad, I change the subject in my mind, or I reframe the way I'm looking at that subject. Because clearly you can't just look away from everything in your life all the time. But you can look at it differently. You can change your perspective. You can change the way you look at it. You can change the story that you're telling yourself about it. And in so doing, the details of it change really rapidly. You might be astounded. It might seem even kind of like magic in this universe when you really line up with what you want and you believe, that it's coming, it comes. Now, when you tell a story about how you can't get what you want, or you're not getting what you want, or nothing ever goes your way, I guarantee you'll get more of that. I've tried it out both ways. But when you tell the story about how you speak it into existence, how you get clear about what you want, and then it just arrives in your life in the perfect time, that's what you'll get more of. That's my 2 cents for right now. I hope you are getting what you want, focusing on the things that make you feel good, and changing the subject when you find yourself telling a fucked up, rotten story. Peace.